Welcome to your new Friday tradition. Welcome to Friday Faceoff, where these two men will debate and battle on the top hockey talk topics of the week. To my left is an old man named Jeffrey Gorman. To my right is Frank Maraldo. Ladies and gentlemen, they will have 3 one-minute periods to debate the 3 top topics of hockey talk. First period, Alexander Ovechkin had an offseason to remember for a lifetime. He was swimming in fountains. He was drunk everywhere. He was having the time of his life as a Stanley Cup champion. All he's done is showed up and been dominant. Right now, he has a league-leading 30 goals. Sure. This season, will he top his career high of 65 goals after doing what he did last year? We'll start with Jeffrey Gorman. Period 1 begins now.
Zero chance that he gets to 65 and zero chance that they have success in the playoffs. This is a one-and-done, blow-your-wad early, which was last year. And let's not forget, if we go to the audio from last year, after winning the Stanley Cup, it sounded a little bit like this.
He has 30 goals.
He's still soaking in Yodka, and I don't like what's going on in Washington. It's one and done, much like the Philadelphia Eagles on the football side. They will not come back. He will not reach 65.
About the Eagles. We're not talking about the Eagles. We're not talking about football.
I understand,
okay,
but I'm putting the analogy there. He's a great player.
He had the offseason of his life. I heard reports he partied all summer.
Sure.
I also had reports he showed up in the best shape of his life. What do you believe? I don't know. What I do know is he's 33 years old, and he's scoring at the best pace he scored in his entire career.
33 in hockey years, that's about 55.
Should be dipping. He's not. He's still scoring. I think he gets to 60 for sure. I think he flirts with 65. I think, out on a limb, 67.
No.
Finishes with 67.
Not happening.
Great first period, boys. You're down 2-0. You said he was going to stumble and he's still on the Yodka. Maybe he should have been on the Yodka his entire career. He's leading the league in goals
right now. We're not even at the All-Star break. What are we talking about? Trust me. That's
exactly
the season.
30 goals.
39 games, 30 goals.
You're down 2-0. Move to the second period.
You're skating in slush like Ovechkin.
Goal. 3-0.
Go.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have won 7 straight. They have a 16-game point streak and are running away with the Eastern Conference. Last year was the Caps' year. Is it the Bolts' year to hoist Lord Stanley? Nick, you first.
I think this is the year for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa fans, you struggled your entire lives. I think this is your time. They got the best power play in the league. They got a top 10 penalty kill. They haven't lost in regulation since November. They're a wagon. They're rolling. Ride the Bolts.
Okay, you know what? An old fable, and you remember this very well. The dog that shits fast don't shit long.
Goal!
And that is what you got
means,
with the
goal.
Tampa Bay Lightning. They are shitting themselves all over the ice, which is a good thing before the All-Star break. But in the second half of the season, it's not happening. They are still nursing their bruises from getting rid of Stevie Wonderful. Of course, I'm talking about Steve Yzerman. And that
nursing the bruises. Yes. They have a 12-point lead in the Eastern Conference.
They're shitting fast. I already said it. This team will lose in the first or second round to either Florida or Ottawa. Book it.
Florida stinks. Ottawa stinks.
I know.
Sniff the
I
play.
know. That's
Florida's
what I'm saying.
terrible at hockey, by the way, and you're just saying they're going to beat this team? Goal.
Yeah, there we go. Right there.
And that's the end of period 2.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got for a scoreboard? Am I up yet?
No, it is 3-1.
All
2.
right.
It is 3-2.
All right.
The dog that shits fast.
Don't shit long. Nope.
Unbelievable.
Well,
That's how you scored your first goal today, by the way.
do the visual in your head.
Now shit goals.
All right. It's a 1-goal game going into the third
I
period.
thought it was 3-1.
3-2.
Oh, give it to me. All right.
I did, yeah. You
I
got
don't
it.
even know what the score is.
Dog
Can't
that
buy it,
shits,
Flu.
dog that shits fast don't shit long.
You already got it.
I know, but I wanted a late second period
You know what?
goal.
We went to review on your second goal, and it's no goal.
Yes!
It's now 3-1. You should just shut the fuck up. All right, third period. 3-1.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Gorman will start this period. Penguins captain, greatest hockey player on earth, Sidney Crosby squared off with one of his toughest opponents of the year so far, a New York Rangers fan named Nick LaPica, who chirped Crosby during his trip to the penalty box so magically that 87 sent over a signed stick after the game with a message that read, "Good chirps. Take it easy on me next time." Sidney Crosby, obviously greatest hockey player on earth, also the most hilarious and chivalrous. Jeffrey Gorman, you kick off this third period, down 2 goals.
One of the greatest hockey coaches of all time, Herb Brooks, by the way, dead. said this one time.
Goal.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And Sid the Kid found that opportunity because he gets chirped at anywhere he goes on the ice as far as going to road games. Sid the Kid, another guy who, by the way, second half is going to be skating in slush. I don't like what's going on because the Pittsburgh, again, an NFL analogy, what's happening with the Steelers is going to carry over into the second half of your Pens. Remember what I said.
There's no Lev Bell or Antonio Brown down
This is
here.
Hey, there's Ovechkin
The
in
Pens already slumped.
No.
They're out of the slump. They won 7 straight games. Let's not worry about them. They're just
Thank you.
fine. Crosby, the class act, the guy that he is,
Good
goes
player.
out, gets chirped by this guy, gives him a squirted water bottle, the old classic, hey, how you doing? I heard you, buddy. Comes back after the game, gives him a stick, made this peasant's life. He's been watching the Rangers all year. What does
Goal.
this kid have to live for? Crosby goes,
Goal.
does it for this kid. This kid can do whatever he wants. He could sell that stick, make a couple $1,000.
Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick
Speaking
and
of
tired
time
of
being
hearing
done,
about this team. It's over. It's our time.
Who's our?
I'm doing Herb Brooks again. I'm trying to get back into the. And by the way, dead, still dead. Yeah.
Goal, because it doesn't matter at this point. Week 2 ends the same way that week 1 ended. The undefeated Friday Faceoffer doing
Let's
the
go.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Let's go.
double arm lift, teabagging Gorman, and
I'm changing goalies next week.
Teabag you like you teabag those bathtubs in all your hotels. you
I'll try
freak.
it before you knock it.
speaking of knock it, we're hoping to knock some nickels off the internet with this hockey talk, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll see you next Wednesday for Wednesday Face-Off.